All right, clerk, call the roll.
Senator Albritton? Yes. Senator Butler? Senator Chastain? Senator Figures? Senator Gavan? Senator Hatcher? Senator Hovey? Senator Kelly? Senator Melson? Senator Roberts? Senator Sessions? Senator Singleton? Senator Smitherman? Senator Wagner? Senator Allen? Senator Orr.
All right, we got 10 folks present. We do have a quorum. Clerk, call the first bill.
House Bill 178 by Representative Garrett.
All right, Representative Garrett asked me to handle this bill. An amendment is coming around. That's a friendly amendment from Representative Garrett. So Senator Melson moves to adopt the amendment, and Senator Allen seconds it. Let me tell you what this bill does. So Representative Garrett had a good idea to put into statute a framework if school systems wanted to combine. So if you had a city system and a county system and the people wanted to vote, and that's part of this amendment, to combine those school systems for better economies of scale, that would, be in their, if they determine that's in their best interest, then they could vote it and combine the two school systems. So the good thing is, I think around our state, and most of us know, we got too many systems scattered all around the state, and the inefficiencies, particularly in some county, one of my adjacent counties has got 5 or 6, and it's just ridiculous for the size county they are. And, having this vehicle in place is a good thing. So it seems like everybody wants to move on. We've been moved and seconded. Any questions on the amendment? Senator Figures.
I just wanted to comment on, it's good to hear that there are some systems who want to consolidate.
Didn't say there were any that wanted to. We're just putting a vehicle in place.
We're usually hearing about it leaving.
Maybe the representative knows more than I do, but it would certainly be a good thing. We've got some that are 1,000 students in a whole system. We're paying for a superintendent, all the office staff, everything. It's just taking education dollars and they're not going in the classroom.
Right, and many of them who have split have learned that it takes a lot more than they thought it would to run it. So.
Correct. All right, amendments before us, been moved and seconded. Call the roll, please. Let's get a good roll.
Senator Albritton? Senator Butler? Senator Chastain? Senator Figures? Senator Gavan? Senator Hatcher? Senator Hovey? Senator Kelly? Senator Melson? Senator Roberts? Senator Sessions, Senator Singleton, Senator Smitherman, Senator Wagner, Senator Allen, Senator Orr.
All right, 12 ayes, 0 nays. Amendments adopted are on the bill. Senator Melson moves. Senator Roberts seconds. Any discussion? Any objection to using the previous roll? Seeing none, 12 ayes, 0 nays. Bill's given favorable report. Call the next bill.
House Bill 124 by Representative Collins.
All right, Representative Collins, here she comes. Short timing and all. Lame ducking and all. All right.
Exactly.
Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, committee. House Bill 124 actually just changes a loan repayment for a teachers program that was aimed at math and science teachers, but it broadens it. We've not been using as much money, and we have a shortage of different teachers in different areas, and so they would track that, and so it basically moves it from what we called AMSTEP to LASEA, which is just loan reimbursement for all needed teachers.
Move for favorable
All right, Senator Figures moves. Is there a second? Senator Hatcher. Any discussion on the bill? Senator Smitherman.
Yes, with me just walking in and really trying to get a grasp, what did you say this bill do?
It just opens up this loan assistance program for teachers. It used to just be for math and science teachers, and it opens up for all teachers that are in a high need area or shortage area, and that we would track that by how many are in on alternate certificates, emergencies.
What is the loan assistance for?
It's for paying their debt for their education.
So they borrow from over here, allowed to borrow from over here.
Well, if they have loan debt, it would pay it back.
Wait a minute.
If they have loan debt for their teaching degree, it would then reimburse them so much each year of the 4 years that they're teaching in our Alabama schools.
It's an incentive.
It's an incentive to keep teachers in the field and not go out of the field because they have loan debt.
It's like a grant program or something like that to
It's a
them?
loan reimbursement program.
Do they have to pay this loan back?
No, they already have the debt, so
They're
it
student loans.
pays off the debt.
Like their student loans.
They're student loans. It helps them pay off those student loans.
All right, is there some distinction between if they're in urban versus rural?
No, it's
Okay.
just if there's a high need area, it would go for them in the new version of the bill. Before it went for math and science teachers, and it's not been activated as much, and we suspect it could be that they don't get as much debt because they know it would be hard to pay back on those salaries. So therefore, they might not have it. But we do have special needs teachers. We have other teachers that we have shortages that do have debt, and this would open it up for them.
And sometimes it's even hard to get principals or leadership in certain areas of schools as well.
Yes.
Do we know what the fiscal note is on it?
It's the, whatever we have assigned in that amount, it's a loan repayment. So we already have money in the budget for it right now, and they would use that money that's already there. So it doesn't change the fiscal note.
All right, but are we putting this money on a regular basis, even though we have this program? Because you said the money's there now, unless there's a financial stream to that money. Once we do this, that money won't be there, and it'll be a cost. That's why I asked about the fiscal note.
Well, it'll be up to us when we do the budget if we want to include that going forward or not. And if it's not used in the future, even with this addition, then we'll probably want to do something different in the future. But right now, we believe we do have lots of teachers that are in high need areas that would be able to use this funding to pay off their debt and stay in the teaching field, which is really what our goal is.
Mr. Chairman.
I've got several in front of you, Senator Figures. Hang on just a sec. Senator Smithman, you finished?
Yes.
Senator Sessions, you were next.
Now, I was just going to add some clarity to Senator Smitherman. Are you frowning? Do you not want me to further clarify?
I'm not frowning.
I was just going to say, isn't there...
I'm not frowning about what you're getting ready to say. You just read me wrong.
In part of the bill, it does say that if it gets to a point where the funding is below what is being requested, there's a person in charge that would define what would be given out, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Senator Sessions.
My question is, this does cover special education teachers? Okay.
Senator Roberts.
I just want to say, I know we're just past the halfway point, but I'm already missing Terry Collins. That's all I wanted to say. Her excellence, the way she works, and
Thank
her
you, Senator
service,
Roberts.
most grateful.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Senator Smithman.
Just quickly, no, Senator, what you saw on my face, I really wouldn't have said anything if you hadn't made a comment, but I am. You saw on my face that it's 121 failing schools. And although I think this is necessary, I agree, I'm going to vote for it here, I'm going to vote for it on the floor. But we dancing around the main problem. You can get these teachers in there all you want to, but if those schools don't have the resources, they can be highly expert teachers. If they don't have nothing to work with and those schools don't have what they need to do it, this is just for naught. We got a body there. It's not benefiting the children at the where it needs to be and the school. So what you saw on my face was that I will always, that will always be my pressing point through every meeting, every time we address education funding in any shape, form, or fashion, is that till we address that issue, we dancing around what the main problem is, and that is these schools have to be brought up to a certain level so there will be won't be schools. They can be schools of choice. We got this Choice Act. They can be schools of choice, and as I've said so many times, and I'll say again, I got two in my district that it proved that this works. It's not that it might work. We saw it. It was recognized in the state of the state that the government made, because she's the one who invested in these schools. So if she's got enough foresight to invest in these failing schools, we must do it, not for a conversation. you know, before we start going off on these deep limbs of all these specialized programs and, you know, and all that, taking 90 million and all that kind of stuff, we need to do that first. Make our foundation solid so we can build on it, not trying to build on a weak foundation and then it ultimately collapse. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
All right, look, we need to move
Mr.
along.
Chairman, I know
Senator
we do.
Figures.
Just one last comment. I totally agree with you, Senator Smitherman, but I guess it is a but. I also see this bill as being part of helping that process because I know that there are many schools that have substitute teachers in core subjects. And I think that this bill will help to further that. But I totally agree with you.
And I agree with what you just said.
All right, the kumbaya's broken out. Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Chairman.
The roll will start. Can it wait till after
Yes,
this? Okay.
yes.
Senator Albritton, Senator Butler, Senator Chastain, Senator Figures, Senator Gavan, Senator Hatcher, Senator Hovey, Senator Kelly, Senator Melson, Senator Roberts, Senator Sessions, Senator Singleton, Senator Smitherman,
Aye.
Senator Wagner, Senator Allen, Senator Orr.
14 ayes now, 0 nays. The bill's given a favorable report. Senator Smitherman, you had a comment?
I just wanted to say that this is something that sometimes it's hard to see if it doesn't fit you, but not you personally, but anybody. This is my first impression of these bills. This is my first impression, and no, I don't need nobody to tell me that you could read them before we get no. I don't. I don't get the agenda to the day before, and that's uncomfortable to even think that you got enough time from when you get this agenda to we come in here to read every bill on every agenda and then get the understanding of it. I say that because this is my first impression. And if it's my first impression, if I have to ask 10,000 questions, I hopefully get the opportunity to do that. Some folks maybe want to run through it and say that it's just functionary what I'm doing. No, this is trying to understand what we're doing and trying to bring the connection to this body and the body on the floor that, you know, you need the leg to walk. And even though you start talking about your hand hurting, you can't walk until your leg. And what I'm talking about is the legs. And I want us to understand the totality of all this we're doing. Ultimately, the goal is to get our schools up to a certain point. And all I'm saying is that if I don't understand, I'm going to have to ask these questions. So I don't want to be painted as someone who is holding something up and doing something of that nature, because I must have understanding if I'm going to vote and move forward with something of this nature. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, committee. And I'm always happy to answer any questions, and I believe I'm in most of your phones. So thank you very much.
Clerk, call the next bill.
House Bill 96 by Representative Pringle.
Mr. Pringle.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, this bill
How
was
old
like-
are you today, Mr. Pringle?
I get the discount.
59?
65.
65.
I'm gonna grow
You gonna
up.
take the check, or I don't guess you can. You got to wait till 67, I guess.
Yeah, I do, but I'm gonna sign up. I understand I have to, but at least my Waffle House,
You got Medicare, yeah.
my Waffle House breakfast is
C
cheaper.
plus, a whole bit. All right.
Speaking of senior citizens,
Yeah, look, this little cell. How your finances these days, Mr. Pringle?
that's the reason I'm bringing this bill. Now, this bill was brought to me by some bankruptcy lawyers and a bankruptcy judge in Mobile that have watched the senior citizens lose their houses in bankruptcy. And what it does is it raises what they can on their equity in their house so they don't lose their house in bankruptcy. We're trying to make it so that people who are
All right, Mr. Gavan and Mr. Hatcher, seconds. Any discussion, any questions? Seeing none, any objection to the previous unanimous 14-0 roll? All right, 14 ayes, 0 nays. Bill's given a favorable report. Thank you, birthday boy.
Thank you.
We
What a great
appreciate it.
present. Thank you.
All right. Call the next bill.
House Bill 250 by Representative Garrett.
Mr. Roberts.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. This is a bill we've already passed the Senate version of this and passed it on the floor, and this is the House version, which will probably be the one that goes all the way.
Senator Hatcher moves. Senator Gavan seconds. Any discussion? Any objection to the previous roll? 14 ayes, 0 nays. Bill's given favorable report. Thank you, Senator Roberts. Call the next bill.
Senate Bill 289 by Senator Singleton.
He talked to me about this yesterday. I don't know if he asked me to handle it, but the all it does is allow 2 economic development associations to own the property or to participate in a development to get incentives, and I think it's a good bill. Senator Figures moves favorable. Senator Smitherman seconds. Any discussion? Senator Gavan.
It appears to me that this would be like if the county and a municipality are in a joint program, together on some land, like Huntsville and Madison County own some land together, that they could do this. So it looks to me to be, or maybe 2 adjacent cities, or, IDB and a municipality or something like that. So it looks to me to be a good bill.
All right. Any other discussion, questions? Any objection to the previous roll? Seeing none. 14 ayes, 0 nays. Bill's given fair report. Call next bill.
Senate Bill 317 by Senator Orr.
This is a rewrite of the ACES. That's a Commission on Evaluation of Services group that we have, and the primary thing for this bill, when we started ACES, it was a joint between the executive and legislative. This bill would make it all legislatively controlled or centric, as opposed to a joint entity. I ran it by the administration. They didn't have any objections. So I got Senator Albritton to move, and Senator Roberts second, Senator Figures.
I have a question, Senator. I know that, I like to pass legislation that's going to be good, no matter who's in place running it, in terms of a board or what is this, commission. And I see the people who are a part of this and make all of the decisions, and they have to approve also who's being hired, that sort of thing. Can you explain the need for this? Because I see the people, I know the people now who will be in this, but this is also going to be for the future as well. Mm-hmm. Can you just kind of explain the need for this and pretty much how it's going to operate?
We started the organization in 2019, I believe, right before COVID. So it's, of course, new to the state. Excuse me. We stood it up, and because of COVID, it was a little slow getting going. The budget, my recollection, is around $500,000 or $600,000. So it's not a big budget as far as the expenditure. There are 3, maybe 4 people, but they have done some good work, and their reports are online, and they have done such things as looking at the suicide rates in Alabama and what better can the mental health department do for that. And I think a 1-800 number was established, and they did that evaluation. They did an evaluation on the Helping Families service for truancy and getting kids in school, and had some good recommendations with that. One of the things, incidentally, I believe the AMSTEP program that we just reviewed, Representative Collins' bill, is a result of recommendations made by ACES because it wasn't being used, and they found this large balance, and it's just getting appropriated to every year, and there's not enough teachers using it. So it's like, well, we need to revisit that. So all that to say, they found some things. I think as far as an organization, Chairman Albritton now chairs it. We're now in the walking phase, but the hope is that it will be able to really analyze agencies and things across state government and get more efficient. And sometimes might need more money. If they had more money, they could do more because they're doing it well, or if they're not doing it well. But we need somebody to look and see how we're functioning, because we're the appropriators, as you know, and make sure that we're making wise decisions through appropriations process. So, sorry to be long-winded. We had a motion and a second. Any,
I have a question.
yes, sir.
Is this a oversight or advisory? I don't really understand what this is. I heard what you said, but that doesn't tell me at all, me understanding what this committee, what kind of power it has, what it does. You know, I mean, I heard what you said, what it does, but I don't understand the
I think Senator Coleman Madison is on the commission as far as our Senate. Myself and Senator Albritton are the other two that sit on there. And then there are several House members. Right now, it's merged with the executive branch. It's 50-50. So on the commission, and we only meet thrice a year, and it's the staff of 3 or 4 that does the work and does the legwork at looking at different agencies and seeing how their operations are going. They'll go in and do an analysis on various programs and say, is it working? Is it working well? Are we measuring? A lot of times in state government, we're not measuring things. We're just, well, we think we're doing good work. Well, prove it to me. Let's put some metrics in so we can see over time whether it's paying off and we're moving the needle like we think we're moving the needle, or are we just throwing money at the program?
what impact this program is going to have on what I think I got it right, Senator Elliott passed yesterday. Where
they have
on the sunset. Here it is. You all are going in, examining the department to see if there's a deficiency or necessary to do something.
You talking about boards and commissions?
Yeah. Does this apply?
No,
to
I don't think we get into boards and commissions. That'd be a whole
just the agencies.
Yeah, just the executive branch or education, the Department of Education. They've done some evaluations there on a few programs. Like I said, this AMSTEP, they found that they had a couple $1 million sitting there. This bill we just passed that you were asking questions about, that they had so much. It's like, okay, well, what are we doing funding this program year after year if it's not being utilized? So they said, you need to broaden it, terminate it, do something, but the money's just sitting there and you continue to appropriate. So better to look at it and reevaluate it, and hopefully, as we discussed, more teachers will be able to be helped out and brought online in the schools.
Well, does that committee have supervision over them?
Yes, like I said, in a loose way, we meet 3 times a year. I would say
y'all can tell them that you're not doing this.
They bring a list of they ask for recommendations, and you would have the ability to make a recommendation if you're like, well, what's the National Guard doing? Are they, is our National Guard costing us a lot more than Mississippi's or Georgia or whatever? And that would be put on the board, and then the commission would talk about it and select, the 2 or 3 things we want to do that year.
Okay, thank you.
But there's your chairman right there. All right, been moved and seconded. Any objection to the previous roll? All right, seeing none, we welcome Senator Simmons. Congratulations on getting that bill through. Your power is great. 15 ayes, 0 nays. The bill's given favorable report. Call the next bill.
House Bill 359 by Representative Witt.
Mr. Elliott.
Yes, sir. Not Representative Witt, but I'm carrying his bill for him. This deals with the tourism tax incentive rebate. The Alabama Tourism Department Advisory Board has asked for some clarifications and some additional guardrails on this tax incentive. The important thing for this budget committee is that this does not expand eligibility, increase rebate amounts, or alter the fiscal impact of the program whatsoever. Most of these clarifications are found on page 10, and it's things like requiring a CPA to look at these things, and I can go through those if necessary. But
all right, any questions of the sponsor? Seeing none, you got a question? Okay. Senator Smitherman?
You said it didn't have any, something about it didn't have any change or something, but what are we changing if we got to
yes, sir.
pass a statute? What are
yes,
we
sir.
changing?
So it's no fiscal impact, and that's the important thing. So we're not changing the amounts of the tourism incentive, but we're changing the guardrails that existed, that need to be added to the program. And so
Oh, okay.
they start on page 10
That's
and are
fine.
enumerated there.
You told me it's kind of like what he was doing on that committee in terms of looking at the agency. Would that be similar? What y'all are trying to do in that particular field of concentration? Would that be?
What we're trying to do here, and I don't want to get into that other piece of legislation, but is to just further define what the qualifications and the metrics for measuring who qualifies and how they qualify for this incentive.
Are they going to reset the standards of qualification? That's what we're saying.
Provide better standards and better measurements of those that are how they are meeting these standards.
Is what I'm concerned about that it could be used as a tool to exclude people.
Well, if I may, Mr. Chairman, give an example or two. So we can start on the bottom of page 10, right? So subsection E, for the purposes of determining whether a project has met the minimum capital investment required, only bona fide third-party arm's-length capital expenditures shall be included. That means you can't include an expenditure where you're paying yourself, right? Things of that nature. I'll go back to subsection 2 on line 288. No cost included. The calculation consists of any payment fee or charge paid directly or indirectly to a project developer, or member, partner, shareholder, manager. Again, you can't pay yourself or a partner or a affiliate company, et cetera. Again, just trying to tighten up the requirements on this act.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, Senator Allen moves favorable. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Crowd. Senator Smitherman seconds. Any other discussion? Any objection to the previous roll? All right. 15 ayes, 0 nays. Bill's given a favorable report. And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you.
11:30. I gotta go down my own. Hey, man. You better walk. I'm gonna tell you why.